Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here again. I'm back for another crafty video. So today we're going to make this nice little collar folio. I've called it a collar folio because I think this looks like a collar. And what we've got here is it opens up like this. And I'll show you what we've got. So now you've seen how it opens up. You've got a little pocket here, so a little tuck there, a little tuck there. You've got a tuck here. You've got a tuck here. You've got a pocket here. I'm not going to get it all the way out, but I'm in there. Oops. And then you've got another pocket here. Okay. And then you've got, open it up, you've got a little pocket here. So you've got a 1 inch, well, 1.5 inch wide pocket, but a 1 inch tag in there, and that in there. Then you open it up, you've got a little tuck here. You've got a little tuck here. And you've got a pocket here. Okay. So the whole of the base is made from one sheet. Obviously that doesn't include all of the things tucked into it as well. So I am going to show you how to make this. It's really simple. Bit of folding to do, bit of cutting, bit of scoring, but I know you can do it. So I'm going to take this piece of card. So this is a piece of Tim Holtz card. Just checking that there's no, sometimes when you tear it out, it tears the top edge. So what you're going to do is get your scoreboard. Okay, if you don't have a scoreboard, then whatever way you do your lines, so if you use a ruler and a pencil, that's fine. So first of all, what you're going to do is going to have it so that the orientation of the top is at the top, the bottom is at the bottom, left is at the left, right is at the right. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to come in 1.5 inches from the side, okay, and you're going to put a score line down there, and then you're going to come in 1.5 inches from the other side, so that's there, and put a score line there. Next, I want you to do at 4, you're going to put a score line, and then at 8, you've got a score line. Okay, so if you're doing it just working linear across the top, you're going to do 1.5, 4, 8, and 11 and a half. Is it 11 and a half? No, sorry, 10 and a half. So you want 1.5, 4, 8, and 10 and a half. Okay, and then you're going to turn it so that you have the bottom towards your left hand side if you're right handed side if you're left handed, and what you're going to do is you're going to score this at 3.5 here. So I have my 3.5 there, and that's it. And then you're going to take that off. Before you do anything to it, what I want you to do is I want you to flip it over, and I want you to cut out these score lines. So it's easier to do it now because there's a definite ridge to cut rather than when you've scored it. So just cut those out. Like that. You've got another one at your 4 inch line, which you can't really see where it is. There. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting them out, so that's either side of where the line is, I'm cutting it off. So there's a definite ridge, and you're going to cut the ridge out, and that just stops it getting in the way of any of the folds that you do. So either side of the hill you're cutting out, or mountain. I think we call them mountains and valleys, don't we? So there. And the last one. Not easy to see. So much light, I still can't see it. But never mind. You'll have a better ability to see than I can. It's because I've got so much light on the project, it makes it overly bright. You want some shadows when you're cutting these out, so you're just going to take all these pieces out. You don't need them. If you want to incorporate them into some kind of craft, that's entirely up to you, but not on my watch. Okay, next thing I want you to do is put all of these folds in. So you're just going to, it doesn't matter which way you can fold in them to start with, you're just going to fold them in. Put all of these folds in. Can't get that off the mat now. Last one. Okay, then put those back down and then do the other ones, your horizontal ones in. This time I want these to be burnished. So all of these folded in nicely. This side as well. So just be careful when you're folding a very short one like this. You can end up buckling it and you end up with a wonky edge. So I'll just fold that in there. Like so. So. A needle pulling thread. Lara, knew to follow. No, sorry. Okay, so. Stop saying so, Dave. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just put a divot in here. So this is the inner pocket. So this is going to fold in this way, okay? And we're just going to put a thumb notch in there, okay, or a divot or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to have it quite deep. But it's not in the right place. Don't worry. I've just noticed that that is not a straight edge. Well, it's better now. I don't know if it's straight, but it's better. And then that's going to fold in that way. These are going to fold the other side, but these two I'm going to use the same circle punch just to make a divot in here, but just not as deep. It's going to be a shallow one on these ones. Shallow there. Shallow one there. And then these two are just having a smaller hole punch, and they're going to go on there. Oh, that just like flicked right in my eye. And again, it got me in the eye. So now I'm going to just sorry. If I'm taken when the AI take over the world, it's because I've just dropped Alexa. Just knocked her off the shelf. So I shouldn't listen to me anyway. But like, so if I'm annihilated in the first round, you know why. So anyway, okay. So I'm just going to ink this. I will come back to you when I've inked it. Okay. So I'll see you in a minute. So there we go. We've inked it now. So obviously I've inked it more than some people will like, but it's for me. So what I'm going to do is this first pocket is going to fold in this way. Okay. So we're just going to put a bead of glue down either side of the pocket. You obviously don't need to put any across the bottom because it's sealed by the fold. And then when we put it in, we just want to make sure that it sits inside our folds, which it does. And then what you want to do is you just want to, well, what I suggest you do is you just push it together, because you know I like a presented pocket, and that way then it's nice and easy to get your stuff in it. So that's that. And then what we're going to do is flip it over, because these ones are going to fold this way up. So we're going to put these pockets in. A bit of a glue up either side, and then in, push it to present it. That way then it's much easier to get your stuff in and out of. Okay, again, flip that one up. Sorry, I'm still laughing about the fact that I've knocked Alexa off the shelf. It's been like a couple of times I've done that. And I'm waiting for the laser guided pointing thing to appear through the window when she's trying to take me out next time. So oh, there's something outside just going. I don't know what it is, but it's making a noise. It sounded like somebody had stood on a fox's tail, but I hope that's not the case. So anyway, just again pinch and present it. So the colour I used, by the way, is rusty patina. Hint. No. What? Yeah. Rusty. Again. What's that? It's rusty patina hinge. So. Yes. Not crusty walnuts. So that's the other one I get wrong. Well, I say the other one, I get them all wrong. To be fair, it's never what I think it is. So we've joked about this before, I know. So about me Naming my own colours. So there we go. So what we've got is we've got this one folded, this is inside, and these are folded outside. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to fold these in, these side bits, and then you're going to fold one of these over to start with, and then you're going to take this top corner and you're going to fold it back to this edge. Okay, so you just want to put your nail in that very top corner just to get it to bend, so that it bends nicely. And we're going to put that in, and we're going to put a score on there. And we're going to do exactly the same with the other side. It's easier to work one side and then fold the other one out. And then we're going to fold this one over, and we're going to do the same again. So this top corner down to this edge. Just put your nail on that corner there, and that means then that'll fold over nicely. And then we're going to just get that in there, and then we're going to put that fold line in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to open all of that back up again, and we're going to cut this corner out. So you're going to cut this side of this score line, so you're cutting the score off, which I know it means that you have to then re-ink that bit, but it's not a massive issue. And then you're going to cut this side, so the left hand side of this score line, to cut it off again. Okay, so take that off, but keep it because you're going to use that. And then we're going to do the same again with these. So the right hand side of that one and the left hand side of this one. So remember, we're on the opposite side. So you're going to take that out, and then you just want to ink in those bits that you've just cut off. Just fold it back on itself so you can get it in there. Sorry, it gets a bit leggy. It's like the bottom bit. It gets all a bit leggy, and like all the flaps are all over the place when you're trying to do something, but it's well worth it, trust me. Okay, so that's what we've got now. Okay, we've got this kind of shape, and if we fold it over, you've got this bit. So now what you want to do is you want to take this corner and fold it up to this edge. Actually, let's just put some ink on that corner before I do anything, on that edge, sorry, before I do anything. So this corner to this edge. Okay, so again, just pinch it in that corner just to get a nice sharp point. Okay, I'm going to put that in. I'm going to juggle with that. Trust me, juggling is not one of my many talents. And we're just going to ink that edge there. Okay, and then we're going to just open that out again, and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to take this corner here, and we're going to fold it up to this edge. Like that. And again, we're going to fold that in, score that in, and then any bits of white that you can see, you're just going to cover up. Cool. Okay, so now we've got this kind of shape here, and what's going to happen is these are going to fold in, these are going to fold in, and then you'll have this. So this is what makes it the collar shape. But before we do that, these pieces that you've cut off, okay, you're going to put them so that they're back to back. So back to life, back to reality. Anyway, yes, Dave. So cut off those foldy bits that you just cut it away from the main thing with. If you do it back to back, they just end up being the same shape. And then you want to ink those in. Inky and looking the same. And then you're going to use these in this corner. So one in this corner and one in this corner. So we're just going to ink along the long edge and then the bottom edge. So the long side edge and the bottom edge. I'm going to lift this flap up, and you just want to put it in that corner, just a little bit away from the edge, just so that it's not overhanging. There you go. So that's going to be one of your tucks, and then you're going to do this bit, long edge, bottom, and then in there. So that's your inner pockets, okay? And then we're just going to fold this in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to glue along this edge. So this top edge, we're going to glue on this side with. And that, then, what you want to do is you want to just make sure it's nice and taut. So unlike normally I would present a pocket, this time I want it to be really taut. And the reason I want it to be taut is you want to give it as much grip, anything you shove in there. Okay, and then we're going to fold this down for now, and then just ink on this edge. So, and then we're going to put it on there and pull it taut while it sticks down, and that will also make a nice tight pocket in that bit there. So then we fold that open, and we're going to do the same again. So we're going to flip it open, glue along that top edge on that first one, pull it taut, make sure it sticks, and then fold this one down along this edge, fold it back up again and pull it taut. Cool. Okay, so then what you want to do is you can have it so that it folds right over left or left over right, whichever way you want to. What I tend to do is I use a sticky dot for this, so one of the Velcro sticky dots, and I'll cut it in half because I'm, well, frugal, or a Scrooge, whichever way you want to word it, entirely up to you. So in Yorkshire, you would say that somebody that does this has deep pockets and short arms. So so what we're going to do is I always put the clear bit, so there's one that's clear and one that's floofy white. Okay, put the clear bit on this side, because that way then that's the bit that you see, and the other bit that you don't your eyes drawn to that bit rather than that bit. So I'm just going to flip that round. I'm going to put the straight edge against the straight edge, and I'm just going to put it on top of this pocket like that. And then I'm going to close it and leaving them back to back. Close it down, push it down, and then just peel it back. And there you go. They're both in the right place that way then. And they stick down. And then we're just going to that little bit there that's frustrating me because it's still white. And that's it. So that's your little pocket like this. So these will then go into here, but these were made for this one. So, but this is what you've got. You've got a pocket here, you've got a pocket here. Pop those back in there because they were made for this one. And then, so you've got a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. That's, well, tucks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places, 7, 8, 9 places to pop things, 10, 11 places. So isn't that just marvellous? That's just a nice little thing, just a little concept I came up with. And I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's something you might give it a go of. It's a nice little size as well. So just so you're aware, it measures 8.5 by 4. We're talking inches. For those people who are like me in metric, it's 21.5 centimeters by 10 centimeters. So nice little thing, just goes inside a nice journal, and it's just another little shape thing that you can do. And remember, at the end of the day, it's made from one sheet of 12 by 12 that you probably didn't know what to do with anyway. So okay, all right then folks, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You know what to do if you did. Give me a thumbs up because that helps, and also it might, win me some favours with the AI when they come to hunt me down for knocking Alexa off the shelf. She stopped listening to me anyway now, so I say stop listening. She wasn't listening to me in the first place. I used to have to say it multiple times. Now she just ignores me. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is Dash of Dave. Don't forget, I love you all, without exception, until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. Don't knock me off a shelf. And I will see you all very soon. Thanks for spending some time with me. Look after yourselves. See you all very soon. Love you. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. An octopus.